Breaking news, the Los Angeles Chargers have just sent shockwaves across the NFL, and today, we're breaking it all down. From dominant defensive numbers to jaw-dropping performances, this is the update every Chargers fan has been waiting for. Before we dive into the latest news, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our breaking NFL updates. Let's get into it. The Chargers are on fire, and the stats prove it. Through the first 2 weeks of the season, this defense isn't just good, it's elite. Only 2 touchdowns allowed so far. Total defense? Inside the top 10. Scoring defense? Top 5. And here's the big one, red zone defense ranked number 1 in the league. That's the kind of performance that wins games and changes seasons. Pass defense sits around the middle of the pack at 16th, but the rush defense? Top 10 as well. When you add all of that up, the Chargers are shutting opponents down at every critical moment. Whether it's third down stops or forcing teams to settle for field goals, this defense is making statements week after week. It's still early in the season, but the numbers don't lie. Los Angeles is building a defensive identity that could carry them deep into the playoff conversation. Chargers fans, buckle up. This team might just be turning the corner we've all been waiting for. This isn't just a 2-game fluke, it's a continuation of something bigger. The Chargers were strong on defense last year, and now they're proving it wasn't a one-season wonder. This season, opponents aren't simply being slowed down, they're being stopped in the most critical moments. Touchdowns are turning into field goals. Drives are stalling in the red zone. And turnovers are piling up when it matters most. That's not luck, that's a defense imposing its will. Here's what makes it even more impressive, you didn't shut down a weak opponent. The Raiders' offense has serious firepower, and you neutralized it. That tells us this defense isn't padding stats against easy competition, it's earning respect against real threats. Over the next few weeks, keep an eye on how teams like the Raiders and others perform against different defenses. If their point totals bounce back into the high 20s or 30s, you'll know the Chargers truly held them in check. And there's more good news, cornerback Cam Hart's status is in question, but even with injuries in the secondary, the unit is functioning as a true team. This is complementary football at its best, pass coverage helping the pass rush, and the front 7 making life easier for the defensive backs. It's a system working exactly as designed. Right now, all signs point to a Chargers defense that's not just holding the line, but setting the tone for the entire season. The Chargers defense isn't just surviving, it's smothering. The pass rush is generating just enough heat to rattle quarterbacks, and the secondary is locking everything down. You're seeing deflections, tight coverage, and almost no big plays allowed over 10 yards. That's how you control a game from start to finish. Cam Hart's potential return only strengthens that grip, adding another weapon to a secondary that's already playing with swagger. But here's the real bonus, despite adversity, this team keeps answering the bell. Rashawn Slater lost for the year. Asante Samuel and Joey Bosa battling through issues. A major free agent running back sidelined. Yet still, the Chargers are 2-0 against divisional opponents. That's not just good, it's a statement. New faces have stepped up. Keenan Allen continues to be the anchor. Quentin Johnston is flashing playmaking ability. Depth players are turning into difference makers. Every week, this roster is proving it's deeper and more resilient than people gave it credit for. This start to the season isn't an accident, it's the sign of a team with toughness, depth, and a defense that refuses to break. Chargers fans, what you're watching right now could be the foundation of something special. Game day isn't just about football, it's about how you experience it. Some fans thrive on the energy of a crowded sports bar or a living room full of friends, while others need absolute focus, locked in with only close family or even alone. There's no wrong way to watch, but every choice changes the vibe. It's funny how the guest list can make or break the atmosphere. You start off with a couple of die-hard fans, and then someone brings along a friend who isn't even into the team, maybe not even into football at all, and suddenly the energy shifts. You're trying to celebrate every big play while someone's scrolling their phone or asking random questions about the rules. It's a delicate balance. Chargers games, especially this season, feel like events you don't want to miss a single second of. Whether you're in a stadium seat, on a bar stool, or locked in at home with your inner circle, the key is the same: finding your perfect setup to feel every moment of the action without distractions. Because when this team is playing like it's playing now, every snap matters. One of the biggest bright spots so far has been rookie defensive tackle Jamari Caldwell. From the moment he stepped on the field, he's been making an impact that you usually don't see from first-year players. Explosive off the snap, holding his ground, collapsing pockets, he's doing the kind of work that changes games in the trenches. What makes this even more impressive is the contrast around the league. Other teams are still waiting for their high draft picks to develop. Some can't even get their guys active on game day. Meanwhile, the Chargers found someone who's not just on the field, he's producing right away. That's the mark of a front office that knows how to draft and a coaching staff that knows how to develop talent. And here's the interesting twist: while the defense is surging, the Chargers' running game hasn't fully clicked yet. They're not leaning on it heavily, and when they do, it hasn't been especially explosive. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It shows the offense still has another gear to reach. If this team can pair a steady ground attack with the passing game and its top-tier defense, the ceiling becomes even higher. Right now, it's the perfect storm: a rookie already looking like a veteran, a defense in full command, and an offense that still has untapped potential. For Chargers fans, that's more than just good news, it's a glimpse of how dangerous this team could become. Here's what makes this moment so powerful for the Chargers: they've dominated their first 2 games without a real running game. Think about that. Most NFL teams live or die by their ability to run the ball. It's one of those long-standing truths of football: control the ground game, control the scoreboard. Yet the Chargers are flipping that script. Normally, the stats are simple: run well and you're more likely to win, fail to run and you're playing with fire. But Los Angeles has gone against that formula and still come out on top. That's not luck, that's resilience. It's the same principle as a team surviving a pick-six or a lost fumble and still pulling off the win. It signals a roster that can take a punch and keep swinging. This also says a lot about coaching. Jim Harbaugh hasn't forced the issue. Instead, he's leaned into what's working: Justin Herbert. Herbert looks sharper than ever, making smart throws, taking care of the football, moving the chains with his legs when he needs to, and finding his receivers in stride. He's become the kind of quarterback who can carry an offense when one dimension isn't firing. And while the Chargers have handled their first 2 games with a limited ground attack, it's worth thinking about what happens once the run game comes alive. Add a consistent rushing threat to Herbert's efficient passing and a suffocating defense, and suddenly you're staring at one of the most balanced teams in the league. Another small but significant factor: upcoming opponents. Bo Nix, for example, hasn't been playing at the level many expected. That's an opportunity. If Herbert keeps trending upward while opposing quarterbacks remain inconsistent, the Chargers' edge grows even bigger. In short, Los Angeles hasn't even hit its full potential yet. The defense is stout, the quarterback is evolving, and the run game is still waiting to explode. If you're a Chargers fan, that's not just encouraging, it's a sign your team could be building towards something far bigger than an early season hot streak.